Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Thursday, February 26th, 2026, and welcome to the Stamping Morning Show with Jennifer Cotton. And thank you for being here. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here. This is the Stamping Morning Show, and we're going to start off with the headlines. So what I mean by morning show is this stamping presentation has lots of stuff, not just stamping. So welcome. Thank you for being here, whether you're coming back or it's your first time, welcome. But just know that I go over events and Stampin' Up! Headlines and specials and announcements and all kinds of stuff. And then we also do stamping. So hopefully you will enjoy that. Camera's a little weird today. Let me see who's here to join us this morning. Julie, good morning. First one here over on YouTube. Good morning. Good morning. Robin, good morning, sunshine to you. Terry, good morning. It's a beautiful day, sunshiny in Granbury, Texas. Love it, Terry. I'm blocked it out. Yeah, Robin said it's very cloudy and misty up here in Coppell. Same deal here, Robin. It is cloudy here today. Right now, anyway. I think that's going to go away later, but it's very drab looking outside here in Midlothian today. But it's 61 degrees and it's going to be in the 80s today, or like right at 80. So how's the weather where you are? Let us know. Becky, good morning to you. MJ, good morning in New York. Everyone's having a great day so far. Yes. Hilda, good morning to you. Sue, good morning. Overcast skies in Green Bay, Wisconsin as well. Good morning, Cheryl. Sherry, good to see you. Cold but sunny in Illinois. That's good. At least the sun, right? It seems like there's winter weather coming to a lot of states up in the north. Anyway, maybe. V, good morning. And it's soon to be 81 Southern California. I think that's what our degrees are going to be today as well. She says her plants are confused, but the hummingbirds just act like it's nothing. I know, right? The birds are all the spring things just come out as soon as the weather changes. I'm like, where? How? It's very weird, but like wasp. Every time it gets warm here, there's wasps everywhere. Anyway, I don't know where they live when it's cold, but whatever. Lori, good morning in Minnesota. It's going to be in the upper 30s. Okay, Lori. So hopefully that's warm for y'all. Lisa, good morning. Britt and everyone from a sunny Boise, Idaho. Love it. Thumbs up, y'all. Yes, Lisa. Thank you. As you come on, please feel free to say hi. That does help me if you make a comment on the video. In addition, I'll make a comment here on my own video on Facebook. I will say hi. Exclamation mark. Oh, that's a comma. Anyway, as you come on, say hi, give a comment, a like, a subscribe, a follow, everything. And that does help me very much. So thank you very much. Even if you're watching replay, you can do all those things and it helps. You can also click the share button. So it's that little arrow on Facebook. I forgot what it looks like on YouTube. Click the word share and copy the link. And then share it if you want. But if you don't, that copying the link helps me. So just copy it. Thanks, Lisa. Gail, good morning to you. Good to see you. Rosemary, good morning from sunny Long Island. And Julie says it's 46 now, high of 56 today. Gail says 21 degrees currently in Michigan, feels like 14. Ugh, cold. And Tracy, hey, Tracy, good to see you. All right, good to see everybody. So, again, it's the morning show. We're going to go through our morning show things. As a reminder, my name is Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator since 2001, and I currently do this as my full-time business. So I offer lots of things, events, free videos like this, retreats, cruises, bigger events. Everything's offered to go. Of course, for my team, I support my team with gatherings, trainings, information, challenges, incentives, all the stuff. Like, this is my full-time business for me. So there you go. And let me remind you of this before I go into the events. I will add timestamps to the YouTube video later today manually. So hopefully quickly, because I have a lot of work to do today. Bingo is tonight. And I have a few class packets to mail out as well for those of you who've ordered from me recently. But anyway, I will add the timestamps once the video is done. And then tomorrow I'll add a link right up here in the corner that will take you straight to my blog, stamptherapist.com. And that's where you can go to find out all the info. What pictures from my videos, projects, my ordering specials, Stampin Up specials, event registration links, etc. That should all be on my blog, stamptherapist.com. So there you go for that. Now we are going to, Cindy, good morning to you. We're going to move into this segment of the Stamping Morning Show called the Crafting Calendar. So let's see what is coming up didn't mean to do that. In the events that I will be offering. So first of all, every month I offer 3 events that are card class, card class, wall art class, and stamp a stack class. So let me show you. I don't have, well, actually, let me say this first. All of the events are going to include a PDF tutorial. Anyone in the United States can order the class packets. Anyone in the world can pay for the tutorial. We cut, die, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated. You may need to own the featured bundle dies to complete your projects, and you will put your own designer paper or kit components if that is included with the class fee. You, again, anyone can purchase the tutorials only all over the world, but my team does get those for free. So there you go. I share those over in our team Facebook group. Okay, now these 3 monthly classes will be happening in March. We already had February's, although I have a couple of packets left. I'll show you those here. Anyway, I haven't chosen the products for sure yet. I think I have chosen them, but give me a minute. when I start typing up my newsletters, and let me put this on the screen. Sorry, I got distracted by Robin's question. She says, is the sound weird? So can anyone answer that? Here's my co-host. That's right, Lori. Oh, I need to make a graphic for my co-host. She is MIA right now. I think she's on my bed. Okay, so let Robin know if my sound is weird. It's going in and out. I don't know. I don't have a clue. Let me mute and unmute. Hold on, I'm going to mute. Now I unmuted. Asa, I am not allowed to ship to Sweden, unfortunately. Not allowed. It's cutting in and out. What to do? I might have to go out of this. What do you call it? Where I stream the video, go out and come back in. Okay, let me go out. The video will go black for a minute. Hold on. That's fine. Hold on. I'm going to leave the studio. Okay. I guess. Okay, testing the mic because I have no way. I mean, I could turn up my iPad, but they'll let me know. Hold on. Sorry. Just had to click on that. Okay, back. I went out of the studio, came back in. Let's see if it fixed it. I have no idea. I'm waiting to see if the sound is better. Also, I may have to unplug my mic and plug it back in, but or maybe the mic went bad. It's sounding okay right now. Okay, just let me know if it goes bad again, but I will. Y'all know sometimes I'm not looking at the comments. So thank you very much, though. Thanks for telling me, and hopefully it's fixed. The monthly classes. Hey, Charlotte. Good morning. Okay, I'm not sure where I was, so I'm just going to go on talking about these classes. Oh, I was saying I haven't decided the products yet, but hopefully by March 1st, I'll have everything ready to email that out, set up my blog, etc. But I will have these 3 classes. Card class that will be, you can attend these in person March 28th, or they'll be mailed on March 30th. Again, you can purchase the PDF tutorials for these all over the world within the class registration link. So when these links come out, that card class will also be free with purchase that week, and I'll talk about it that week. Okay, the next 2 are product-based classes. Card class is just free. You can buy it. These next 2 are free, or a fee. They're $38 for club members, $40 for non-club, and they include over $20 in merchandise. And we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. Use stamp and assemble. So we have Stamp a Stack class coming up in March. So make sure you're on my email list. You can sign up right here on Facebook, down here on YouTube. If the link is not here on Facebook and you need it, let me know, because Facebook is weird. Anyway, I'll add the link later on Facebook, but whatever. $38 for club members, $40 for non-club members. You get that discounted price. You get a gift after 6 consecutive months, and you can cancel anytime. So you don't have to stay 6 months. You just can if you want, and you'll get that discounted price. We do cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible on these classes. Stamp a Stack wall class. And or you can just take the thinking class. By the way, if you want to join, you can do now. The link is on my blog, therapist.com. Okay, so Stamp a Stack is 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. This is last month's cards. So see how they make 2 of each design. 8 cards total. We did Easter cards, so in my opinion, Easter basket bundle. I do have 1 packet left. This is kind of what the packets look like, depending on what's included that month. As you can see, cut, die, cut, punch, and emboss. Thank you, Linda, on this one. Like a dimensional, like embellishment, some designer paper, etc. And again, you'll cut your own designer paper. We cut everything else, all the stuff. Now, of course, you have to stamp and die cut out like the rabbits and whatever. Okay, so that's Stamp a Stack. Easter is not this month. This was last month. I have 1 packet left. Okay, let me move this out of the way. And next is the wall art. So here is my wall art from this past month using the same stamps I'm using today. Simply Beautiful. I'm holding it at an angle because of the glare. But here it is. Very Simply Beautiful is a perfect name for this bundle. It is gorgeous. This whole suite of products. It's 12 by 12 wall art that you can frame or just decorate your home with. That one's just sitting on a shelf. Seasonal. You can switch it out in your shadow box every month. Decorate your home, craft room, etc. It's awesome. You'll get step-by-step PDF instructions along with your packet. And just a side note, I want to show you this awesome thing Scott made for me to display this at class. This will debut at class this month in person. Dun, dun, dun. Now, if you shake it bad, it's going to fall off, but and that'll stand up on the table. Cool. For all my class attendees, don't hold it in your hand and lean it forward. And I have a piece of cardboard in here. Okay. So that's what wall art is. Here's what that packet looks like. Isn't that awesome? I have one available, by the way. It's $40. You can have a packet of unorderable designer paper. Temporarily not orderable. I have a back right there. How do you store all the extra wall arts, Julie? I don't know if I can go grab one, but I know these are, I don't know what they're called, but there's these 12 by 12 containers. Hold on, let me put this down. They are They're 12 by 12. Thank you, Beverly. Beverly was there in person. Um, they're 12 by 12. They're about this thick, really about that thick, and they're real sturdy plastic. They're for scrapbooking, basically. You can store scrapbook pages, and there's paper or projects, and they just, I don't know how to describe them any better, but that's what I would keep them in. Yeah. So hopefully that. Oh, ooh, Stella says I store mine in a ring album. Yeah, definitely an album. That's what Landa used to do as well. I don't know if she still does. Uh, Stella and Landa recommend just a scrapbook album, like with rings, two per page, at least two per page protector, which is another great way to store them. So, sound is echoing again. Um, Robin says, scrapbook pieces. Am I echoing for any? It's skipping. Okay. I'm going to unplug this microphone and try to use the one on my computer, but I'm just telling you. Maybe I need a new one. Hold on. Okay, testing now. Testing, testing. Testing. Julie can hear me now. Thank you. Okay. This one, the reason I don't use it, it's on my computer, is because when I move my face away from the computer, you usually can't hear me as good because I don't even know where the mic is on this computer, which is this thing over here. So I will use that today though, and um, and then I'll order a new loose microphone because I'm assuming that one just died after I had it for a long time. Okay, cool. But I will apologize if I start moving my head around. It may like just go low because my face is not facing the microphone. Okay, thank you, Tommy. Thanks, everybody. Woo-hoo. Okay. Um, okay, so that was the monthly classes. I talked way longer than normal about those because microphone. This is an example of card class. This is the card class from last month. Also, just FYI, example that. By the way, Lori, good morning. Cindy, good morning. France, good morning to you. Asa, good morning. Lynn, good morning. Hilda, good morning. Beverly, good morning. Stella, good morning. Thank you, Stella. She said, love your wall art. Love it. Cindy, thank you. Tommy, good morning. Missed anybody else? Hopefully not, but if I did, it's calendar 7271. Good morning. Rosemary, good morning. Good to see everybody. Ramona, good morning. I saw you, Ramona, when you were talking about the thing. And Linda, good morning. Hopefully, I didn't miss anybody else. This one is cutting out. I think it's. I don't know what to do. Then it's. I really don't know what the problem is. Right, V. Just keep going. Like Robin, it's good enough. Is that what you mean? Literally don't know what else to do other than to stop the whole thing and restart the video because it could. But I did. Anyway. This morning show has technical. I need a technical difficulties graphic. Good enough. Okay, we're gonna have to go with it, and I apologize. Maybe not the. So I don't know how to test it, but whatever. Okay, moving on with these events. We have a 1-day retreat coming. This is May 16th. I only have about 5 spots left. There is an email scheduled to go out this week. I don't remember what day. I have an email scheduled to go out this week about this event, but space is very limited. So if you want that link, like if you want to register, it's not restricted to anybody. Just message me so that I can give you that link. Okay. I know Scott is on a job, literally, Stella. That's what I was thinking. Although he would just say restart. That's his answer to everything. Restart. Restart. Okay, so yeah, join us for this 1-day retreat, May 16th in Cedar Hill, Texas. It's going to be awesome. And then the retreat in a box is coming soon. April's already picked her stuff now. I just got to send the link. That's the thing. So retreat in a box is coming in April. Our in-person retreat is in April. And if you're coming in person, we will also give you the link to sign up for the additional, like optional add-on classes. So there we go. So that coming soon. In addition, my May new catalog kickoff is coming. By the way, alert! Stampin' Up announced some exciting things about our catalog. This is like, hold on, this. Where is this one? I'm going way so far. From the news desk alert. In May, our new catalog will be a little different than our regular catalog in that it will be a 4-month catalog, but this is actually very exciting, so don't be worried. But with that catalog and the online exclusives that come out in May, I will be having a new catalog kickoff event. I haven't advertised it heavily yet because I don't know what products I'm using. We get to see those so fast, so soon. Yes, retreat in a box is good if you can't go in person. Probably by in 2 weeks, I should have my hands on that catalog. 20 of my team members who are all going on stage with Long Beach. Anyway, so that is coming though. May, I was looking for the calendar date. I forgot. The 9th. I have that event in person. So that's coming soon as well. Technically, the link is ready. It just, if you don't know the product yet, you may or may not be interested in signing up. Okay, don't forget about Stampin' Up's virtual album retreat that you can register for starting March 18th. Still, we can't register yet, but you can register for that March 18th. It will be a 10 page layout album. It'll include a product, a stamp set, dies, etc. And it'll be amazing. It'll be full of tips with these 3 days worth of videos. So that's a cool thing that's coming. You could buy it and bring it to your retreat with me in May. So there you go. Or the April retreat. That in person. Okay. Next up is the Alaska cruise. Who's going? We have a lot of people registered for our Alaska cruise. Right, and my retreat. She's doing April retreat as well, and we collab on your gift. So Alaska 2024, August 2nd through 9th, out of Seattle, Washington. We'll be going to Sitka, Skagway, Juneau, Endicott Farm, and Dog Glacier Viewing, and Victoria, Canada. Right? Anyone can go. They don't have to crafting portion. Let me put this on the screen. So you can bring your friends and family. They don't have to do the crafting portion. Only those who select that will do that part and pay for it. Quantum of the Seeds have this amazing prop room that is on, I believe, deck 12 or 13. And it has windows all around, so you can literally look out into the ocean. It's at the back of the ship there, and you can see the water, sea life, who knows, out the window, and lots of light, of course, for your stamping projects. And your fee for that will include classes. And so there's like a class table, some people doing their projects there. Yeah, the class table. We have a door decorating contest. You meet lots of cool people. You get gifts every day if you do the crafting portion. Also for yourself to have a landing spot and those separate class tables to complete your projects at. Daily gifts, food 24/7, group, t-shirt, all the stuff. So you should definitely think about joining us for that. We're a little full, so we still have spots left, but I would not delay. And the sooner you register, the longer you pay it off, which is really cool. Your sound isn't cutting out as much when you head faced are turned. Correct. That's what I'm saying. That is because I had to switch to my microphone on my computer, which is right here. My face is right here. So that's just because I had to switch to the microphone on my computer. Although if it's still cutting out, I probably could go back to the other microphone. It is what it is, unfortunately, because I can't put the whole computer. My face is too big. Into 500 things. You think the microphone's better? Okay. I have to switch to it actually. Okay. I switched. She said, I feel your. All right. It's out. Unless it goes silent, we have to deal with it. Yes, Lynn. Awesome. See you later, Lynn. Have to work. Looks awesome, Gail. Yes, girl, you should join us. We were able to get a cabin on the same floor as the conference room. Same prints. I'm either on that level or one above or below. But yes, that's another cool thing about this ship is you can get a cabin on the same floor as the conference room, and then you just walk over to it. So very cool. Okay. All right. So those are the events that I have to talk about right now. Now we're going to talk about deals and delights. So this is this section of deals and delights. So first up is, Robin says, I'm on the conference room floor too. Julie, thank you, says better on the microphone. Don't forget to sign up for my email newsletter so that you will get emailed out the recipe cards from today's cards. These include a picture of the card, the measurements below, and the supply list over there on the right. So that'll be emailed out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central. So make sure you're on that email list. You should be doing it right now up here on Facebook and here on YouTube. Okay. And then I just want to remind y'all, don't forget to redeem your bonus days coupons. You've got to do that in 2 days. Well, 3 days, 26, 27, or 28. They expire on the 28th. No exceptions. You won't get them back if you lose them. So it is on us to remember, and if you're a demonstrator, you can redeem them through yourself. It doesn't matter where you earn them. If you're a customer, you can redeem them through anyone you want. It does not matter where you earn them. And you can split them up, 5, 10, 15, whatever on this order and more on a different order. But no matter what, they all expire. Or February 28th is the last day to use them. Okay, so don't forget. use your bonus days coupons. Don't let those slip by. Write a note right now for yourself. Also, just a quick reminder about our retiring in colors. They are retiring on, thanks, Robin. Well, I don't know when they're retiring, honestly. The list comes out in April. That's when they'll go last chance. But the way things are nowadays, they could go last chance at any time. If Stampin' Up starts getting low on something, whatever it might be, cardstock or something, they may have to make that decision. Do we have more produced and not be able to sell it all, or do we say it's sold out? So who knows? Or it may stay available for months after it retires. We don't know. Get your ink refills for those pads. Get your cardstock, blends, whatever you want that comes in those colors. It's probably going to retire. Possibly, probably. Knock on wood. So, hey, Lisa in Orlando. Good morning. Okay, caught up with everybody. And anytime you're shopping in the online store, make sure you take a look at the last chance category. It's called last chance, or it's under specials also. And when you see that category, click on it, and it will take you to where you can see what is retiring, going away, and as while supplies last. And many of them are discounted, which is the best part. So check out that last chance category when you're shopping online, so that you can pay for deals, in my opinion, but also see, like for example, I'm using the dies today. I think they're not orderable, but they're coming back. It's weird. But these are going to retire, the textured dies. They're amazing. These rectangles. I'm going to use it on one of the cards today. I think they're not orderable right now, but they are coming back. But then that will be the last chance to get them. I'm going to check real quick. Yeah, they say March 2nd. It's when they're estimated to be back in stock. Then they'll be while supplies last, and they are on the other thing. Can't talk and spell at the same time. I didn't spell it right. I have to close my eyes to. Why can't? Oh, well, whatever. They're discounted. I can't. It logged me out. They're discounted. So what I was going to say is go to the online store if you don't have those. Pull up textured notes dies and sign up for the email notification for when they come back in stock, so you can get those. But yeah, last chance. There's lots of cool last chance stuff. Okay, real quick here. Don't forget, we have craft classes. These are digital classes designed and taught by Stampin' Up. Full of tips, all the stuff. You provide your own products. It's just the class, but they are truly full of tips. Yes, both of these have already happened. So when you purchase them, once you get in that Facebook group, you have instant access to the videos. So that's awesome. Craft classes, and you can get those, of course, on my website. And of course, there's no shipping fee for the digital products. And then next is product of the month, which I did not bring my paper over here. I don't know where it is. But we have that amazing paper called Painted Illusions that is while supplies last. The stamp set Fabulous Savings did sell out. So these are while supplies last. They don't come back. They're not coming back later. We're not going to sell them. These are exclusive products only for this promotion. And it is, or what it is with a $75 or more purchase, you can have the option to add these products on for only $5. Limit one per order, limit one total, but one product of the month per order. So if your order is 150, for example, and there's 2 products of the month available, you can only select one with that particular order. Separate if you want to do that. This is the paper, Painted Illusions, 12 by 12, and it is, the 12 sheets like normal. And any order of $75 or more with me gets the Project of the Month tutorial for the month the order is placed. So if you placed a $75 or more single order with me in February, for example, you will receive a free PDF tutorial by these amazing 12 demonstrators. And Um, sorry, I got distracted by your question, Lisa. And so 12 different projects using that paper in this case. If you order in March, 75 or more, you'll get the March tutorial from me. And if you ordered in a previous month, you'll get that tutorial from me. Lisa, how do you watch later? You're on YouTube, so you can go to YouTube and search me, Jennifer Cotton Stampin' Up, and my channel will come up, and you can find the video there under live. That's tricky on YouTube. Sometimes you have to go to live. It's live. Anyway, I also email out the recording tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central, so you can get on my email list. And you can rewatch it on Facebook as well under Jennifer Cotton Stampin' Up Demonstrator. So basically under YouTube and Facebook, you can rewatch it anytime, but also on my email list. Hopefully that helps. Lisa, how do I get the info on today's cards? Again, email list is going to be your best option, Lisa. I would message you, but YouTube doesn't have a messaging system. So, but you can always message me if you want me to give you more info privately. You can Facebook message me, email me, Jennifer@jennifercotton.com, etc. Hopefully that good. I'm always like, did I answer in time, or are people leaving? And good morning from Florida, Orlando, I should say, Lisa. One of my favorite places to visit. Okay. So we talked about product of the month, free tutorial. By the way, the new product of the month comes out March 3rd. March 3rd. That's a Tuesday. And it's a really cute spring stamp set with little deer. I know a lot of people have posted already, but I'm like, it's not available yet. You need to focus on February. Deer, I forget the other animal. Little animals. Okay, cool, Lisa. Perfect. It's cute. It's a cute little stamp set. So that'll be available for only $5 starting March 3rd. And our new online exclusives come out March 3rd for customers. So no limits, our limits are off and all the stuff is available. Except we do have several things not ordering. They're coming back in March. Okay. Don't be upset. Stampin' Up, I think people went wild on their pre-order. But everything that's available will be released to customers March 3rd, and a few things will be coming back a little later in March. It'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. In today's economy, as my daughter taught me this phrase this weekend, in today's economy, it's fine. Her thing was, we were at IKEA and we were in the clearance section, and all these things were like $1.75. And she kept saying, "Oh, this is $1. I'm gonna get it." And then I would look at it and see $1.75. I was like, okay. And then she did that like 4 or 5 times in a row. And I said, why? If it's $1.75, like it doesn't matter, but why are you saying it's $1? And she goes, well, in today's economy, $1.75 is basically $1. And I said, oh, okay. So in today's economy, I was like, I'm going to use that like girl math. In today's economy, this is an incredible deal. I thought that was funny. Shout out to Isabel for her funny things. Okay. Don't forget to, here's some more product of the month samples. If you want to get the Fluttering Garden Paper Pumpkin, which is a full all-inclusive kit that you, what am I trying? I got my brain distracted. Paper Pumpkin is a fully inclusive craft kit, meaning you could give it to somebody and they could use it right out of the box. It has a stamp set, ink, etc. I believe the March one includes a free bonus stamp set, by the way, so make sure you subscribe for the March one. And if you want to get that, you need to do it by March 10th. You need to subscribe or purchase it as a one-time purchase. Yes, free additional stamp set included. It's going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, hummingbird motif for Mother's Day, and more. So that is available right now. You can subscribe on my ordering page or purchase it as a one-time purchase so you don't have a recurring fee, whatever you want. If you subscribe, you cancel anytime. It's under your subscription. I mean, it's under your account. You log in, you go to subscriptions, and you can cancel or put it on hold. Or someone asked me recently, how do I get more for this month only? And you go to that same thing, go to your subscriptions, change the number that you want for the month. And then after you've been charged, log back in and change it back down to 1. So control all that yourself. So, okay. Oh, and then if you are getting paper pumpkin through me or you're on my team, you will get a bonus tutorial for additional ideas of what you could do with some of the stuff that comes in the kit. I'm excited for this month's kit, the Easter one. I have it sitting on my desk, or not my desk, my stamping desk over here, to make my alternative idea with that kit. It's a very cute kit for Easter, but it's too late to purchase it. So last but not least, on specials, this is a very special. This ends March. When does it end? March 2nd. You can join my team and receive the $49 Stampin Positioner absolutely free. Yes, it will cost $49 when it becomes available for purchase in a few months, hopefully. But you can get it free 99, as they say, with the starter kit purchase. The starter kit is $99 plus tax, free shipping. Anyone can do it. Anyone can. And I personally am inviting you, whoever's watching this. We love new team members, right, Robin? Right, Terry? Right, all my team, Stella, everybody who's on here. There's a lot of y'all, but I forget the names because memory is not the greatest. Cindy, not Rhonda, the person I've been trying to get the kit for years. No, it's all good because nobody has to be. Second, Cindy, all you guys on my team. Yes. See, what did see? Yes, love new team members. We have so much fun. Our team is very fun. Very not, of course, no pressure, but we do things with the group and for the group that don't necessarily involve having to do any kind of business at all. We do creative challenges, craft Zoom nights, all kinds of stuff, stamping, etc. I do offer business training and rewards as well. So it's a lot of. Stella says, and the member of Jennifer's team is the bestest. Stella's so nice. Ronnie says 5. 5 on girl. So anyway, but for real, this is a great deal. So pay $99 plus tax, free shipping. Pick up to $125 in any merchandise you want, including anything available for our pre-order. Again, some of the items went not orderable; they'll be back, but many are still available. There's a ton of stuff in here. Like it's a huge pre-order. So $99, pick up to $125, and get that free Stampin' Positioner, which I'll show y'all again when I point the camera down. Mine is back in the box, so that keeps taking it places with me. So back in the box. I'll take it out in a second. And you can order this grid paper and even add it to your starter kit if you want. It's separately. But once you're a demonstrator, you can order this grid paper now. And it's really cool little grid paper, even if you don't want to know it's the machine. Stampin' Positioner. Ends March 2nd. Okay. Now, what else do we have? Oh, I forgot to show the pictures of my team. Look, see, we really do have fun together in person and virtual. Again, I forgot to put a Zoom picture up here, but we do a lot of Zoom stuff as well. And we go to like local events together, Stampin' Up events together, etc. We really do have a lot of fun together. And again, we're zero pressure. Okay, so now let's see what's on, if I have anything on the stamping news desk to talk about. Oh, yes, I do. Stampin' Up just announced some stuff that, of course, demonstrators got to see and hear about first. They tier it usually, so the leaders got to hear about it first, a certain title and above. So I got leaders in my team. So we all got to hear about it first. Then a few days later, the whole entire demonstrator base knows. And now everybody's posting it everywhere. But a couple of things. Stampin' Up! Has a new catalog strategy. We're getting an awesome new full. We're not going to have these mini catalogs anymore that are just part of our product line and there's no ink and stuff in there. We're going to have a full landscape catalog every 4 months, which will be awesome. It'll have the ink in there, the paper, the basics, the core products, and stamps and stuff. And then we'll continue to have our online products where we can have even more available. These will be about 80 something pages. So this one is, so it'll be about this thick. Right. This thick right here. This thick. It's pretty thick. And there's not going to be a lot. I mean, there will be samples and stuff, but not too much. Well, I don't want to say that. Never mind. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so we're very excited about it. It's very exciting. Anyway, but we'll get to see it in person and hear more about it at OnStage. And then we are going to eventually transition to a new type of ink pad. Of course, y'all are probably familiar with our ink pad. I actually love it. I don't care about this part, but I love the foam, but not everybody does. So they will be magnetic, which is super easy to open and close. There's just pull the top off. It's a magnet, so it's not like this necessarily, even though this is an easy one of them. Magnetic, you can actually stick it to the bottom. Super easy if you have arthritis like my poor thumb here, all the stuff. And it will be felt, not foam. So the only ones coming out in those that style is our new 5 in colors. So you can test it out if you like, see how you like it. If it felt a whole ink, you'll have to re-ink this off and all the stuff, but you will be able to press hard when you ink it. And that's exactly right, Lori. This is literally the reason. Oh, I said, Robin said, I said landscape, portrait. I always get those words mixed up. I have to stop and think when I say that. There'll be portrait, landscape, portrait, landscape. That's going away. We're going to have portrait. Thank you. And yeah, the annual, we all kind of do forget about it. We're like, what's new? Give me the new stuff. So yeah. And the new, like that stuff will still, a lot of it will still hang out online or carry over to the next catalog print. So it'll kind of be the same difference, but we just have a reference tool. It'll be awesome. We do have the best time in my team. By the way, look, Terry said we love new team members. Stella said we have the best time. Yes. Okay, so that is from the news desk. What is going on with Stampin' Up? Oh, and then so this whole next year, basically in 2026. We'll still carry these ink pads and all the other colors, and then in 2027 we'll get a color refresh, and then all the colors will come in the new style. Okay, we'll have time to think about it, get the new ink colors, try it out, and see how you like it. Of course, I hope we better order those when we go to OnStage, because you all know I'm going to order it, expedite. And Britty just jumped up here, by the way, and get that to me. So we're hoping we can announce. We're hoping we can order that OnStage. Okay, next up is the getting close to the stamping segment, but next is Stamp Therapy Special. So my name is Jennifer Cotton, the Stamp Therapist, and I have a special offer for you this week. So it will be the cards I'm making on today's video with the gorgeous, Simply Beautiful bundle. She keeps rubbing her face on the camera that's pointing down, so it's going to be even more messed up. This bundle is truly gorgeous. The words are a lot related, not all of them, to like wedding and anniversary. You still have to get it. The images are so gorgeous. The dies are amazing. It's called Simply Beautiful. It is the one that I did this wall art with. And the paper is gorgeous too, even though it's temporarily not orderable as well. I'll bring Britty up here in a second to say hi to y'all. I think the paper is out for a minute, like April maybe, because and that's we don't make that in the US. Nobody makes that in the US. Um, okay, she laid down. Um, okay, sorry. The website wasn't logging me in. What is this paper called? Oh, Lovely and Beautiful. Recommended. Estimated April 6th for that to come back in stock. Okay, I lost my screen. Hold on. Love this bundle. Yes, Lisa. It's so pretty. Okay, so my offer is you can get the 4 cards I'm making today as a 4 card class for free. We'll cut, die cut, off uh, everything except the featured bundle. So we will not be die cutting. So you will need to own your Simply Beautiful, but we'll cut the uh, rectangles and other shapes and stuff for you. Uh, you'll get the class packet to make all 4 cards for free with a $30 or more online order between today and March 4th. So order today through March 4th, $35 or more, you'll get that class packet. If your order is $50 or more, you will also receive a brand new pack of the Pearlized Faceted circles. And of course, the kit will be mailed for free as well. Here are the Pearlized Faceted circles. They're gorgeous, and I will be using them on projects today. Okay. So next is, before we start stamping, we need to see what's on my desk, which right now is a cat. But let's see what's on my desk today. So I'm going to switch the camera, but let me pick up Britty. She was being sweet, then she bit me. Don't bite me. Don't. She bit me right here. Okay, here's Britty. This is my co-host, who doesn't really help that much with the show. She mainly just interrupts the show. Right? Look at that. She has an attitude just like a co-host or a sidekick. Maybe she's a side. She's a schmarmy sidekick. You say hi? Now say goodbye. Okay, here she goes. Bye. I'm going to point the camera down and see what's on my desk. Let's see what's on the desk. As a reminder. The desk. Stella says, hi, Britty. Okay, let me get the camera moved. All right. I'm going to need to fix it a little bit. First of all, what's on the desk is, as I already said, it's a join offer. $49 Stampin Positioner tool is free. You've seen it. You might like it, you might not. Free is the best price for it, of course. And it will be $49 once it's sold. So get it for free instead. $125 in product, only pay $99 plus tax. So that's already a discount as well. I'm not going to stamp with it right now, but just to remind you, I was showing it at my in-person class this weekend how to do 2-step stamping with it. So here's 2 examples I did for them, just like a one-on-one demo. But anyway, of course, it comes with instructions. Again, the grid paper is sold separately. I'm using mine, as you can tell. There's little pegs here to hold the grid paper so it doesn't shift and move, which I love. The magnets have a right side up. This is the right side up. So you can grab these little things. They don't break when they snap together, which is awesome. And when you put your paper down, you put your stamp down with magnets, paper, magnets, stamp. Then you pick up the stamp like this. Make sure it might stick to your paper and pull your paper up. So when you pick it up, make sure the magnets are really close to it and you touch it down and just let it come up real slow. And then you turn this upside down, ink it up, turn it back over, and you press evenly on the whole thing, or if you can only use one hand, but not like at the top or bottom or side, because then you're not going to get even pressure. So do the whole thing, and check it. And if you need to re-ink it and stamp it again, you can. You could have a stamp over here and a stamp over here, you know, or smaller images, stuff. So you use that one, and this one has 2 holes right here. It comes with this plate. You can stamp down the line like that, like this. You can. I already forgot what it was. I learned another technique to do with this, but I did find that for this one, I need to make sure I have it straight down here when I stamp. So when I move it, straighten this out. Just to show you, those magnets don't interfere with your stamping at all. They can be, if your image is really skinny, they can be on either side of the image like that, and it won't make it not stamp. So those are the main highlights of what's wrong with me? Stampin Positioner. Triangle guide right here. You can put your paper in against the pegs and line it up with the triangle. Some people actually stamp that way. So like if they put this paper in and then position this flower right here on the big one, so that they can put the paper in the same spot every time, you could do that, have your stamp sideways. Anyway, but I did it this way to make a wreath as well. So depending on the size of the image, you can make your paper bigger or smaller. So, all right, there it is. There it is. Hi, Britt. Thanks for making an appearance. She's on her table now, so we'll see if she tries to come back. We'll see. All right, I also did a thing with a die cut thing as well. Yes, Linda, sweet fur baby, saying hello. That's right. Britty, Lisa says hello. Beautiful, Britty. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Talking about classes earlier that I have an extra of this class packet. It's the Nature's Symphony class. You'll make 8 of these cards, 2 of each design. You will need the bundle to complete them, and you can see you're getting designer paper, ribbon, embellishment, etc., and the stuff cut to make 8 cards. But you'll need the bundle to die cut anything from the bundle. You'll make 2 of each. One of those is $41. Just dropped it on the floor. Okay, and last but not least on my desk is some show and tell. I've received some cards in the mail lately. We hadn't checked the mail in a while, so I don't know if they were before Valentine's, but I don't care. I love it. This is from my friend Becky. I'll get to see it on stage in a couple of weeks. Look at that. See, love, friendship, and stamping forever. It's nice. And it's a very detailed, nice card. Thank you, Betty. Love how she put the designer paper on there. And then look at the stickers too. So cute. Next is, I got this one from Linda. And Linda does fun folds. Linda's here watching this today, by the way. Look, it's a stand up, and she always inserts the greeting on a separate piece of paper. I'll just show you how it's made right there. So it stands up on the table like that. Very easy to display. And I love the color. She used that product of the month. Love it. So gorgeous. And also supplies left. That was from Linda. This one is from Terry, who's here today. It got a little, but love this Valentine card from Terry. And I know Valentine's Day is fast, but so. And then this one from Cindy. She gave me some money. She always puts money she owes me in a card, and look how adorable this one is. This is in the pre-order, and it might, I can't remember, but it might be temporarily not orderable. The dies, maybe, I'm not sure. But when it comes available, look how adorable this is. Look at all the cats, and she colored them so good. Like, that's some excellent coloring. So thank you, Cindy. Oh, and she had a note in there. See, So she said, sorry about that once. It does not bother me. So I can reuse the card if I want. And then last but not least, for my birthday, by the way, thank you to Robin, Shirley, and Terry. They brought me some birthday stuff to the our class this past weekend, our in-person class. They brought me gluten-free brownies. Shout out Terry. And sorry, I'm trying to think. Oh, like a banner and a sash to wear. So Shirley made me this awesome card that is a fun fold. So she said it was easy, but my brain is not easy. I guess she cut out this triangle, flipped it around, and put it inside. Yeah, but I don't do good making cuts like that. But anyway, good job on Shirley. And she made her own designer paper. So thank you, Shirley. Okay. All right. So today let's get crafty, y'all. Let's make something. We're going to get crafty in this stamping morning show. And today we're going to use the Simply Beautiful bundle to make 4 cards. And a quick reminder, this is the 4-card class. You can get free with your order right now, today through March 4th, which I believe is Wednesday, March 4th. Order will get you this free class packet. And it includes shipping. Like, I mail it to you. I don't even charge you for the shipping. 50 or more, you're going to get the free these Pearlized faceted circles as well. So this Simply Beautiful bundle, I do believe, I really hope that I went over. I know, Lori, that cat dog set is so cute. I don't have it yet, by the way. Gosh, people quit showing me stuff. What was I saying? I believe I went over the details of this bundle on a previous video when I did a haul of my new stuff. So, sorry, I can look something up on the computer while I'm talking. That never works. Stampin' Up keeps logging. My computer keeps logging me out. It's really not Stampin' Up. But anyway, okay, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna never mind on looking this up. But I believe I went over Simply Beautiful, so I'll quickly touch on it. But if you need the details, I have vision impaired customers and team members. I have a previous video where I went over. Okay, so I'm trying to look up this set for Lori. The cat set, because I can't remember the name. Oh, I have my printout. That's what I should have used. I'm trying to see if it has dogs in it too, but I don't remember. Okay, real quick. It's called Cutest Crew. And yes, it has dogs, cats, birds, butterflies, pet prints, paw prints, etc. And the bundle, yeah, the dots are temporarily unavailable. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you very much for saying that. Okay, so the stamp set here is really, really big images. So let me see that flower. Yep, a lot larger than shown on the front of the case here. So we have this really big flower, just a flower, like no stem or anything. It's open. It's kind of like I don't know what kind of flower it is. I don't think it's a rose because in the center it has little stems, stick stems with balls on the end of it, like little, I don't know words. Anyway, but the petals are kind of like petals. We have that open flower, really large. It is 2 3/4 by 3 inches outline to be colored in. Then we have a smaller flower, maybe a different kind of flower or a small version of this one. I don't know. It's about it's 1 1/4 inches open. with just a center, no little stemmy thing sticking out the middle. You're going to tell me what those are called? No problem, Lori. Shoot a screw. Okay, then we have the leaves. So we have a little very short stem with two large outline leaves on it, about 2 inches wide. Then we have a small leaf, single outline, 3/4 of an inch wide. And we have this little stem with it's very small leaves on it, about 5 with berries or buds, I should say. I really like this one. It's a small stem with a bud of the flower, lots of greenery around that flower, or another stem with a leaf on it there. This little background flower image, I haven't used that one yet. It's like a bunch of very small flowers, almost like posy looking flowers. Just several of them that you can use as a background. And then the words, wedding wishes, holding you in my heart, thinking of you, to the happy couple, and to and from, which are separate stamps. There's to, there's from, so that's nice. To and from are cursive with the colon. It's pretty nice. Okay, so that's the stamp set. And then the dies. Of course, you can die cut pretty much all of the stamped images, the sprig, leaves, the flowers, etc. And then they have these standalone flower and leaf pieces. Which I am using a lot of these today. Some are standalone leaves with a lot of detail in them, little cutouts and stuff. 2 standalone flowers, a really large one that's about 3 inches, and a small one that's about 1 1/4. I don't know what kind of flowers these are. They're just these 4 petals and 4 petals that you put together for the large one, and 3 petals, 3 and 3 for the small one. There's a slightly smaller one to go on top. You layer them, and then 3 different leaf dies that are all different. Oh, and then the centers of the flowers. You get 2 that are exactly the same for the smaller flower. They're exactly the same, and it's like that alien fingers thing. And there's a really big alien fingers thing for the large flower, the standalone. I think I said them all basically. So those are the dies, 16 different dies. They're awesome. Simply beautiful. Okay. Here are the Pearlized circles, which are gorgeous. Let me find this in Simply Beautiful, page 25. So it's actually a double suite that includes another bundle, which of course beautifully celebrated. I love these dies, and I'm even using them on 1 or 2 or 3 of the cards today. But also it includes this number 5 here, the beautifully adorned ephemera pack. I'm not using that today because I couldn't get enough to include it. You know, you got the free class, but I did use these on my wall art. So like they're vellum and gold foil. Just punch them out and stick them to your project. They're flowers, leaves, labels. There's like this large oval right here. What is that called? A frame oval that I put on one of the labels and beautifully separated. Here's some of the leaves, etc. So the ephemera is really nice. And you get 2 sheets of each design there. So tons of different pieces. Here's the 3 I have not used. It's really thick vellum. There's tags. So you get 2 sheets of this one, 2 sheets of this one, 2 sheets of this one. And the vellum is really thick. I found on these ones that are gold. And even, I think, yeah, even on this one that's vellum, the adhesive didn't really show through it because it's really thick. So there you go. Okay. That is that ephemera pack, number 5. Beautifully adorned ephemera pack. And then they have the gems that I've shown you, number 6. They Calypso coral, petal pink, and white, but they work with lots of colors because they're very iridescent and they're very shiny, faceted makeup stuff. So pretty. And and then I'm not using this ribbon on our projects today, but this is a gorgeous ribbon. The white with gold 3/8" ribbon is gorgeous. And it, use it on here. It frays extremely easy. So you can do this effect with it. It frays so easy. Just pull from the end that's sticking out from the roll of ribbon and it does that. Oh, there you go. That is the sweet, the sweet right there. 150.25 to get it all, but you can't actually put in that number right there because this paper is temporarily not available. But it's called Lovely and Beautiful. Okay, that's in our current mini catalog. Oh, I'll just show the paper real quick because again I showed it already on a previous video, but this and it's temporarily not available. But this paper is gorgeous. It is, in my opinion, a must-have. I did look at that gold foiling. I've combined several packs. I think there's some team members who were iffy about this paper, and I think their reason was because the flowers are so big. But to me, it looks fun cards. I think they've come around. Anyway, I think it's gorgeous. This one. So gold foil, lots of flowers, small format, large format, etc. Really pretty. Okay. Let's get to that stamping. Let's make something. Okay. Card number one. Here's my packet that I put together for myself. So this might not represent your packet because somebody if I forget something they won't. And also you will be die cutting your own pieces from the suite, the bundle, I should say. You'll be die cutting your own pieces from the bundle if you get this last packet. It won't be pre-cut like that. Of course, I needed to save a little bit of time in this video. Okay. Make sure this doesn't look so much of a hot mess before I start. Okay, so we have a basic white card base. You take your 8.5 by 11 cardstock, cut it in half, fold it in half. This is basic white. That will give you 2 card bases out of 1 piece of 8.5 by 11 paper. And so easy measure, nothing crazy to remember, and it will fit immediately into the invitation size envelope, which is Stampin' Up's medium envelope. My favorite medium envelope we carry is the clear one, but we got the white ones too. Very nice, by the way, very nice quality. They feel fancy, all stuff. Okay, then your next layer. This is the simplest card. It's very simple, although you do have to die cut, but simple design. Is a piece of white that's been embossed with our amazing, lovely stripes embossing folder. Folder is very popular. It's a 6x6 folder. Looks like that. It's got a Britty hair on it. And it's a thick one. What was I going to say? Oh, some people have said, which I know happens like fully believable, that it cuts their paper. So what those people are doing is just putting a piece of printer paper and run that through with the cardstock, and that prevents it from cutting it. I don't know why mine doesn't cut the paper, but I'm just lucky, I think. My husband's used it on his machine. I've used it on mine, and one time we had one paper crack, and that's because it's so deep of an embossing and it's straight lines that it might cut your paper, but mine hasn't. But anyway, just put a piece of paper in there. I think Robin said she attached a piece of printer paper inside so that it just stays in there and prevents that from happening. So anyway, I'm going to emboss that for you. And just a tip, I always add 1/8 of an inch to the height, whichever direction the stripes are. This is a landscape card and the stripes are landscape. I add 1/8 of an inch that direction, the height, because usually this shrinks down. So this was 4 1/8, and I added that. I mean, and then I embossed it and it shrunk down a little bit to be closer to 4 inches. So it might not be perfect, but I don't mind. Okay, next layer is Pretty in Pink. By the way, we will email out these. I will email out these measurements tomorrow in my 9 a.m. email with those recipe cards. So I won't say all the measurements on the video, but just make sure you join that email. My email list, so you'll get emailed out. Okay, the next layer is designer paper. So this one on the back is Calypso Coral with like white, small format flowers and sprigs. But the other side is those huge flowers and the gold foil. It's got huge petal pink flowers with a yellow center and gold stems coming out. I don't know what to call them. Little things coming out from the yellow center. And all around it, you've got the green stems and leaves and Calypso Coral, small flowers, fresh freesia, small flowers, etc. That's the paper. And it will be top of that petal pink landscape direction in the center of the card. Then we have a piece of white here. I'm going to try not to touch it too much. It's an exact measurement for my greeting. That'll get emailed out tomorrow. So I am going to do the greeting on there, but I'm going to heat emboss it. So don't touch your paper too much if you're going to heat emboss. Your oils will transfer, and then you'll have like a fingerprint where your powder sticks to it. Then I have a strip of gold that is the same length as my white paper, and that is for, or that's going to go under the greeting. Anyway, strip of gold foil. It's just a 1/4 inch tall, and it's the exact length of that white. You'll see how I use that. Then we are going to give you some colored foil to die cut your leaves and things from. So you'll die cut a gold foil small flower center. And then there are 2 smaller leaves. They are not exactly the same. They're different. And I would just cut one of each. That way I can cut them both at one time. So, and the center section should come out. I left that in there on purpose so you could see. You might need to poke it out or it might fall out. Okay, so you'll need 2 leaves, gold foil, and 1 flower center, the small one in gold foil. And then these 2 pieces right here, you'll die cut from your flowers dies from this petal pink 2-tone cardstock. So 2-tone is 12 by 12. The light side and a dark side. This is petal pink, so this is the light side. This is the dark side. So you need to flip 1 piece over and cut the small flower from the light one and the larger flower from the dark one. And then you will have 2 different colors of petal pink flowers. It's so cool. So I'm going to pop these little pieces out that come out of these flowers, which, by the way, look like little alien or some kind of hands to me, little animal feet, maybe a gecko or something, or alien fingers, depending on what they come out of. So you can save those for that. But okay, so here's my dark one, is the slightly bigger flower, and my light one, and they look perfect together because they're light and dark petal pink. Isn't that cool? So get your 2-tone paper out for these particular dies. It's perfect. Okay, so all I need to stamp is my greeting. If you didn't want to heat emboss, you could do like word I'm trying to think of. Oh, you could just do a different color, like black would be fine. I think what color we do. Gold now. Let me look. Maybe a pecan pie or an early espresso, something like that. Anyway, you don't have to heat emboss it. Okay, I just removed the static with my embossing buddy that comes with the Embossing Editions toolkit. Then I'm going to grab Versamark ink. This is a sticky ink, so it stays wet long enough for the powder to stick to. And I'm going to stamp wedding wishes. So, of course, if you don't need a wedding card, just grab a different greeting. I'm sure you might have a couple of stamps laying around your house if you're watching this video. Am I right in that assumption? You might. So I'm going to grab Wedding Wishes. We'll make a real pretty, quick, and easy wedding card. Versamark ink, again, stays wet long enough for the powder to stick to. However, it's also a watermark ink. Let me show you on the back of this petal pink. So you can stamp in it and just be done. And the ink will be a little bit darker than the paper. So you can use it especially for backgrounds, tone on tone, flowers, whatever. And you're done. This, you really can touch it right away. Honestly, it doesn't smear, even though it's wet. It doesn't smear. It's not really wet, it's sticky. Anyway, it doesn't smear. There's other techniques you can do with it too. So make sure you have a Versamark pad, and we carry the refill. So get your ink refill for that as well. Try too long. My gold powder here for my metallics embossing powders. The reason we remove the static so that when I put this powder, it doesn't stick where I don't want it, like not where I stamped. My doing it really well. I only see one dot right here. I don't know if y'all can see that above the W. If I leave that there, it will turn a little bit shiny gold and emboss onto my paper, which might just be the case because I don't want to mess up anything else. I'm going to put these readers on. Oh, I see more now that I put the readers on. Hold on. Let me give a little tap, tap. So sometimes when you tap, some of your gold comes off or whatever color it is. So I'm going to put some back. I tapped too much. I over tapped. Putting on the readers made a huge difference at what I was seeing there, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to heat this up. It's a little dry right there, but it's fine. I'm going to move this way out of the way so I don't melt this plastic container. By the way, when you buy the Embossing Editions kit, it comes with these tweezers. You can use older paper so you don't burn yourself. And it comes with a tray that you can pour the powder in, shake it on your paper, all the stuff, and then there's a little hole in the bottom of the tray, and you can funnel the powder back into the container. So I just have this from 30,000 years ago with Stampin' Up. From my heat tool. It is an actual heat tool, not a blow dryer. It has 1 is low, 2 is high for heat embossing. Also, I have my Glass Mint Studio here, so I will be able to heat on that if I want. So I'm going to turn it up to 2. And it takes a minute to heat up, just because it does. And then once it's hot, you'll see the powder melt. It will turn gold and shiny. And that's when you move on to the next section. Don't overheat it or it will look ugly. You'll ruin it. Down there, I can't see. You have to hold it where you can see what's going on, whatever that is for you. I was just checking it there without the heat blowing on it because I don't want to check it and overheat it. This is not overheated. It's very raised up, shiny down. If it was overheated, it wouldn't be shiny anymore. It would be flat and it would be ugly, basically. Right there on that W, I'm not sure if I didn't heat it enough or there's just not enough water, but let me touch it one more time and make sure. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so there we go. That's how you heat emboss. Super easy and fun and amaze your friends. Okay, now grab my silicone craft sheet. This will just keep excess adhesive off of my work surface when I'm putting adhesive on anything kind of small. Grab my Stampin' Seal. Use liquid glue, of course, whatever adhesive you like, but I like, hey, Susan, I like Stampin' Seal, so that's why I use that. I've noticed the WOW embossing powders melt faster and are more sensitive to overheating than the older powders. Good to know, Robin. I haven't noticed that, but that's probably because I don't um, heat emboss that often, to be honest. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to put some adhesive at the back bottom of this greeting so that I can then stick my gold. So I don't want to leave wasted gold. I just want a little gold edge at the bottom of this greeting. So that's why I only cut this to 1/4 of an inch. This gold is 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to leave the gold laying on the table while I see how much of a border I want below the gold. Yeah, that's my greeting. The little gold accent there. Yes, you could have put one on top, but I don't want to. So I got excess adhesive, so I'm just going to erase that real quick. Adhesive remover. This comes with my adhesive kit, but you know. Okay, so there's that. Wishes. Then I will assemble my flower. So I'm going to put adhesive only in the center of this small flower, which again has the light color of petal pink, two-tone cardstock facing up. And put these two together. I'm going to do dark. And then I can go ahead and put the center on there. So again, I'm just putting adhesive down at that big section of the gold. I don't want to, I don't need to put it on those little stems. Okay, so I have that. And let me put, just going to show y'all again, Wedding Wishes stamped in Versamark. You can totally do that with your Versamark pad. You don't need to heat set or anything. It's just ready to go immediately. I'm going to touch my designer paper to the petal pink. Attach this basic white to my card base. This is the one that's embossed with the stripes folder. For me, sometimes when I use Stampin' Seal against these stripes, it tears my paper, so I need to be extremely light-handed when I do this. I'm barely impressing at all, or go with the stripes instead. Okay, this is, again, a landscape card. A white on white, but this white is embossed, so it's a really cool effect. And then my rectangle with the designer paper will go on with dimensionals. I'm going to use mini Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, I forgot. I was using these on a team incentive the other night. Actually, a couple of team incentives recently, and I used all my mini dimensionals. But let me show you this, what a mini dimensional looks like. It's amazing. I use them only instead of the big ones. I'm going to use this one right here on this flower. See how amazing they are, but they also for any size paper. And then they have these great thick or wide edges, so you can just put them up and use them for your projects as well. A secret message on the back of this paper. Oh, I heard another thing yesterday from a Stampin' Up trainer who was in our Facebook group sharing some tips with us. Her name's Natalie, and she called the online exclusives Stampin' Up's secret menu. Have you ever ordered from the secret menu at like, what's that place called? In-N-Out Burger. Lots of places have secret menus. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google it. Type in the name of your restaurant and secret menu and see what comes up. Anyway, so that's our secret menu, our online exclusives. Okay. I think I will put the greeting on next. I'm looking at my sample here to figure it out. The greeting I'm going to put on next with dimensionals. So it's going to hang off to the right very far. like almost all the way to the right off of the petal pink there. So over here on the right, I'm going to stack 2 dimensionals on top of each other. Way more than normal, but 2 are stacked here because it's already raised up here in this pink. And then these are all singles. Again, I could use the minis if I had some here. Okay, so this is going to go toward the bottom of the honor paper and all the way to the right of the edge of the card, like that, on dimensionals. So again, this one's raised up. Yeah. In my flower, I added that dimensional to the back of it. And this flower is going to go over here on the corner of Wedding Wishes. And so you can just kind of place it where a couple of the pieces surround the W. And then I will add adhesive to my leaves, just at the tip, at the bottom tip. That's going to be hidden underneath my flower. And tuck these leaves under the flower, and particularly on this left one, just make sure it doesn't go off the edge of my card. Okay, so we have that. All we need on this one, I am using ribbon on the other 3 cards, but not on this one. All we need on this is the embellishments. Okay, so I have several open packs of these. You could really put any of these colors on here. Where's that other one? But I picked what they call petal pink. So the way the pack comes, the top, oh, this one's not cut open. I do not like that sticky flap. The top, well, if you turn it the way I turn it, the top is the clear, I think they call it. Then you have petal pink, then you have coral. So petal pink would be this color. I'm going to put a couple of small ones in the top right corner of the white embossed paper, and then one large petal pink. You get small and large in each color. On the designer paper, bottom left of the reading. That is my finished card number 1. Card number 1. Wedding Wishes. A nice wedding card, right? Simple. Not too much work. I mean, you got to do a little die cutting, but heat embossing. You could just stamp the word if you're in a rush. And this is part of that free class packet that you can get this week. Okay, that was card number 1. Now, thank you, Pete. Thank you very much. It's a lovely and delicate wedding card. This is a great, sweet, by the way, scrapbook. Ooh, the scrapbook page sample Stampin' Up posted is a wedding page. It's really pretty. Okay, card number 2. Card number 2. So card number 2 is a Calypso coral card base, and I have this sticky note here for myself to remember. But and then the next layer is designer paper. So I'm using this pattern here. It's a different one with large flowers on it, but not quite as large as the last one. They are heavily Calypso coral and petal pink larger flowers, and you've got small peach pie, fresh freesia. You got the green again. You got gold accents in the centers of the flowers, and some of them, I should say, little small, the peach and freesia flowers are smaller surrounding. It's a white background, and in the back is this peach pie sort of call that, like you take a screen door and lay it on paper and paint, and then pick it up, and that's what's left. It's like a screen door background. Okay, so that's our next layer. Then there'll be this piece of basic white. So these will be all provided for you. You will need to die cut this piece yourself. Right here it is the small flower center from gold foil. I'll give you that gold foil, of course. This label right here is basic white, and it's from the amazing Branching Out dies. It is that, let me see. You have the measurement in the recipe cards that will go out tomorrow. Looks like it's the 4th from the largest. Yeah, 4th from the largest label in Branching Out. And that's it. But in the back of your packet, in the back is going to be a piece of basic white cardstock for scrap. And it's for a couple of the cards. So you're going to end up needing all of these images here in Pimento Black for the cards. For today's card, for this card I'm making right now, we need a small flower, sample, the bud and leaf image, and this sprig with tiny buds and several small leaves image. So we need those 3 stamps. The greeting is going to say thinking of you. You can put anything you want, of course. And I'm just going to stamp that also in Pimento Black. And good morning. Thanks for sharing, Eleanor. Thank you, Eleanor, very much. Okay, so thinking of you, which is from this one, this bundle. It's a really fancy thinking of you. I'm going to stamp it at the top left. This card will be landscape. I forgot to fold my card base in half. And this rectangle from basic white from, I'm trying to think of the name of it, Branching Out dies is also landscape. Okay. Forgot to fold my card base in half. Let me do that real quick. Calypso Coral, 5.5, 8.5. And when you fold it in half, I like to leave it the paper on the table, align the corners with against my thumbnail, and then do the folding and bending of the paper with my bone folder. That corner is bent a little right there. Smooth out the bone folder. This will be rectangle, or I'm sorry, landscape. And again, that paper right on top of it. Okay. So I stamp thinking of you there, and we'll put that right now. I need, for this card, I need the sprig with several leaves and buds twice. I need 1 small flower. I'm using my Memento Black that I made. That's what went up into the crevices of the flower, by the way. Because it's a fun pad. If you want info on that, let me know. And then that bud and leaf image. So I need all of those in Memento Black because I'm going to color with buttons. I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to hand cut these apart and then die cut them out. I highly recommend you do this. Die cut it for lots of reasons. Oh, also I wanted to mention that these particular dies have a wide outline. Not all of our dies do. So give yourself a little extra room around the images, whatever size paper. Yeah. Go right to the edge. Where's my dies? Oh, right here. Okay, so when you die cut them out, there'll be a nice white border. Oh, and a ribbon is going to go around this designer paper. Don't forget before you glue it down. Okay. My machine. I've been doing that more on my videos lately because it's easier to use on the video. I do personally prefer my large machine when I'm working just because I do. But the mini one does work. And this is a mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It's only about 3.5, I think, inches wide. So only certain, most of ours will, but only certain dies will fit on it, of course. you might want to tape down your die to the paper with a sticky note tape, repositional tape, washi tape, etc. It just has a little bit more of a chance to shift. And let's see how you do it. If you are die cutting with this one and your plates are not going through, like you just can't make it feed into the machine, a couple of tips is never have the die. This was it. Never have the die right up at the edge. It's just going to make it too flat here and it won't grip. And then if you don't have the die up there and it's still not working, offset the plates a little bit like that. And then it should grip on and pull it out. Okay, so there's those two. Let me, what else do I need? I made the wrong choice of what I did first because I only have one of this die. You can't see, but there it is. Aligned. And one more. See that really wide edge though? Just wider than our usual. These. I personally prefer to die cut before I color because I don't want to do all that coloring and then the die slips and I have to recolor the whole thing. Also, what was I about to say about die cutting? A tip. Oh, shoot. A tip in my head. Maybe it'll come back to me. So I'm going to color all these in now. So I stamped in Memento Black, which is a water-based ink. And I'm going to color with alcohol-based markers. That's how you do it opposite. Stamp in water, color in alcohol, or vice versa. Stamp in a permanent alcohol-based ink or heat emboss, and then you can color with water colors, and it won't bleed. So in this case, the black will not bleed into my stamp images. Okay, so Stampin' Blends, alcohol-based. You get 2 of these when you purchase it. 2 of these. So the price, we are having a few price increases in the new catalog as well. I should have mentioned that when I did my stamping. What was it? Not that. The news. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Back on you. The news, stamping news desk, when I did the stamping news desk, I should have mentioned that we are having a few price increases, including our Stampin' Blends. But don't forget you get 2 for that price. It's not the price for 1 marker. It is the price for 2 markers. Very comparable to other markers on the market. I'm just saying. Okay. So you get light and dark with whatever color you purchase. And what I'm going to do, let me do this big flower first. I'm going to go dark daffodil to light dark. And my markers do last me a long time. There are a couple that are very light, well, or whatever, I don't know, that do, I run through those quicker. That's Petal Pink and Crumb Cake, but the rest, they last me a very long time. Put the lid on as soon as you're done. When you're using the brush tip, do not, actually, I think I used to have one over here for an example. Yeah, do not. Okay, this one's broken, but somebody did that. The customer did that. No offense. I didn't break it. That happens when someone tries to twist the lid off. Okay. Well, that's not even the end I wanted to take off. Right here. Do not press so that your brush flares out. There's a piece of paper. If your brush is bending when you are coloring, you're causing the flare out, the fray, or whatever this word is called. That causes that to happen. This is a very old, just for demos. Okay, let me do the petal. But the ones that I use personally never flare out at the bottom. They're always fine point. It's not a fine point. The brush tip has that point on it. But color with them like this on the side. This one is drying out. That's unrelated. Color on the side like this. Okay, so that's my tip for them. And then they will last a really long time. They really will. Many of these, you can tell by the condition of my sticker how old this one is. My sticker that I applied. But put the lid back on immediately because it is like a Sharpie. It's alcohol, which alcohol evaporates as soon as air hits it. And so they can dry out really quickly. Okay, I'm going to take my dark petal pink. And this is why they're called blends, because you can take the colors and mix any colors you want together. But if you're color challenged like me or artistic challenged, you can blend the light and dark together. If you have talent, you might do other colors as well. So I'm doing dark petal pink here, wherever I want dark, but for me, it'll be where Stampin' Up told me to put some lines there. And I said, okay, I'll color those dark. And then I'll take my light. That one's drying out. And another light. And color all over with light, including going over the center. I just did dark daffodil with no blending because it's such a tiny area. But you guys who are super talented and really talented, you can do a lot more blending than I do. You can do dark, light first and then dark. You can go back over it with more dark, more light, etc. We have a color lifter, which will allow you to add or lift up some color gently, just a little bit, etc. So you can get very artistic with these. Okay, then this flower, this little bud flower, is going to be Calypso Coral. I'm going to go dark, a little dark, in the middle part there. I don't really know where it's supposed to be. And I'm going to go light all over, including, again, over the dark parts. Let me see if you can see that right now. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see the dark line, like it's literally a line. If I just keep coloring over it, I like little swirls. That line will go away, but you'll still have the shadow. Effect, and I'm not artistic at all. I did not get that talent in the family. My whole, basically, mom's side of the family has it, except me. That's fine. Whatever. Okay. There you go. And then Old Olive for my leaves. Thanks for sharing, Gian. Arthritis is trying to mess with me today. Okay, so if I'm going to go back to a color pretty soon, I just slide the lid on as far down so I don't have to keep snapping and unsnapping. This is a bad one. This is my example of marker. Forgot what I was saying about coloring, but here we go. But I didn't get any of the talent, but I really think Stampin' Blends make it look like artistic without having any skills. And what I love about Stampin' is how the ink just smooths out. Like if you got a big streak, so to say, like you might get with a water-based marker, keep coloring. It'll disappear. And then, like I think I started to say, you can also mix any colors you want together, like red and orange for a fire or a sunset or something, or red and yellow or red, yellow, and orange, whatever. And the markers don't bleed onto each other because somehow alcohol like rejects the other color. It's pretty cool. So there's that one. And then these two, I'm going to color the same. I'm going to make the buds dark freesia. glasses on. So I don't need to blend this. It's tiny. Just using that bullet point. By the way, also you can color with the bullet point or the brush tip, your choice. You might go back and forth depending on the size of the image, you know. And then dark old olive on these, the center of these leaves. Just kind of trace the veins and then light all over. That'll be it for this. I feel like I don't want to. Oh, no wonder. I was going to say, I feel like Britty today. I'm very hungry. By the way, I'm just curious, is my sound still messed up or did it even out? If you came in late earlier, my sound was going in and out. It was sketchy. It was all kinds of stuff. And we tried to fix it, but basically I couldn't. So I don't know if it's still messed up. I'm curious. I think I just needed a restart on the live, which I didn't want to do. Okay. Color these somewhere. Okay, now let's put it together. Okay, so first of all, the ribbon's going to go around. There's where you put the sticky note right there so you don't glue it down. Okay, so first of all, this particular card was part of a team incentive I had this past weekend with my Silver Elites and Above on my adhesive. So we're Elites and Above, and this is one of the cards they got to make with their whole. They got a package, they got gifts, they got class, designer paper, ribbon. Okay. So side note, that's where this design came from. Basically, center this white label left top to bottom, basically center it on this designer paper, but over to the right, over toward the right. Offset it. Before we glue this, and it's flat. Before we glue that to the designer paper, or the card base, I should say, we're going to put our ribbon, which is this ribbon. For this class, I used this so cute specialty Rick Rack old olive ribbon. So if you haven't used this, oh, good. Okay, I guess it just Robin said it's better, or I've just gotten used to it. I can relate to that, Robin. We just like adapt to things that are not perfect, right? That was funny. Anyway, it's really cute, and I am going to make a bow because Robin convinced me to on our team incentive. She was like telling us about it. I'll tell you how to make the card. But anyway, so I'm going to make a bow, but not on this card. So I want to wrap this all the way around. Let me grab some other scissors. I'm going to use my ribbon scissors since we temporarily don't sell scissors right now. Our manufacturer said we're not going to make those anymore. So I want this Rick Rack to land a little bit above the corners of this label, which is like ticket corners, basically. So I do my ribbon when I attach it to the back. I figure out where it needs to be. I add tape runner adhesive to the back of my cardstock, or designer paper in this case. And then I just wrap it around to the back. Okay, that's lower than I wanted. So that's what I love about ribbon. It's very easy to pull off and reposition. Okay, right about there. And then we'll attach this to my card base, including trying to put some adhesive directly on top of the ribbon on the back side so it doesn't work its way out later. Your little sticky note that says ribbon first when you start working on a project that has ribbon to go around. If you're like me and you forget super easily. Okay, and then if you want, over here on the right, I know already that side will be covered up. I'm going to tape that ribbon down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now, what I'm going to do is build a little scene here, a little whatever arrangement. These two sprigs will be flat. I have that there. One going up to the right, off the right side of the greeting, and one coming over here under the word thinking. That the two flat sprigs. Then these two flowers, the pink one and the bud, will be on dimensionals. And to me, your voice kind of comes and goes. That's exactly what they were saying, Eleanor. So it's not fixed. Not fixed. I mean, not that I thought it was going to magically fix. I thought maybe it will. So I apologize for that. Anybody watching this now or on recording, but I did not know how to fix it. I changed mics and they said it was the exact same thing. So it has something to do with my connection or something, my stream versus my actual microphone. So I apologize. As somebody was saying earlier, technology, we love it. Okay, also, I forgot. Let me take these off of this flower. Okay, we want to add more of this ribbon. And in this case, what I'm going to do is spray it and just use the little strings that come from it. So you might need to use your scissors, or even better, the take your pick tool, pointy thing on that, to sort of separate this ribbon and get the little strings to come out. You can do it with your hand also. It's just, I think, easier with a tool. Also depends on how, like if you don't care if it frays a lot, you can just rip it with your hands. But these cute little green strings. When I did this on the team incentive, I was very messy with it and didn't take my time like I am right now and put the readers on and stuff. It's better if you pay attention to what you're doing and put your readers on if you need those. And remove these strings that are going in an S pattern from this stuff going down the middle. Kind of one at a time. But either way, we just want this like this stringy thing. That's our effect. So it doesn't matter really how you get it. So that's about enough. That is, I don't have this on the thing. That's about, from here over is about 3 inches of fraying from where my thumb is to 3 inches. I'm going to cut well below that so it doesn't fall apart. And this will just be my little handle to stick this to the back of this large flower. And if I need to trim some of that off, like right here, I don't want this to stick off the other side of my card because that looks silly. And then if I wanted to, that's going to be, I think that's a little longer than I want, but I'll still do the 3 inches so you have it to work with. Anyway, you could trim it if you need to, and you could add another piece if you want to, your side or whatever. So, whatever you want. I want another piece. I want another one. Let me do it again real quick, though. Now I'm going to get messy. Now I kind of have the technique down now. Side to side. If anyone has a better way to unravel this, let me know. There might be a trick I don't know about. A trick I don't know. You can understand what you're saying, but not as easy as it usually is. Thank you, Eleanor. I appreciate that. She said, I'll still keep on. It's not as good as normal. Thank you very much. Okay, there's me another one. And more adhesive. Just kind of do it at another thing. Just a couple of those maybe. Just whatever you want. You can also trim it once it's on your card. Now I will add dimensionals to the back of that. Okay. So these, get everything ready to place on and just kind of do this arrangement. We're also going to use this gold flower center. Oops. That's the small flower center, but it's not going to go in the center of a flower. It's just going to be an accent on this card. Okay. I added these two leaf sprigs that will be flat. I think this first one up here on the top right, pretty much just put down. This left one that's kind of below the word thinking will press hard so I can move that around if I want to. A little gold sprig is going to go overlapping the right green sprig. These two guys here are just going to kind of, it will be on dimensionals, the Calypso Coral bud, and then this pink flower will go over that down the right bottom corner of the white on dimensionals. And then, yeah, actually, I'm not going to trim that. I like it. I like my whatever these are called, my distressed ribbon stuff. So now I just need some embellishments and it's done. Although, actually, let me move that down. Yeah. You want the end of the flower center to be kind of coming out from behind this pink flower. So move it down if needed. Okay, that's good. Now, embellishments, and we're done. Card 2. So this one I'm using the Calypso Coral embellishments, and I did 2 small and 1 large over here on the left below the word thinking on the white label. Hello. Well, mess that up. Little triangle pattern there. Yeah. Lots of braid ribbon there sticking out, flop around depending on how the card gets moved around. Yeah, Gian, I think the sound is from my end. Like, I don't think it's y'all's devices at all. Okay, that was card number 2. Now we're ready for card number 3. Card number 3. I'm forgetting I have the paper on top of the table today. Right. Basic white. And then there's those pieces. Let me fold this first. This is the another one from my team incentive. And then the last card is a different one, a new one. Okay, basic white card base, 5.5 by 8.5. This card is also landscape. 3 of the 4 cards today are landscape. The last card will be portrait. So landscape. Our next layer is basic white, embossed with the beautiful pattern embossing folder. The beautiful pattern is just a nice, like, feminine argyle pattern. It's a smaller, like, normal size embossing folder. Here it is. I believe it's in the mini catalog, or no, it might be an online exclusive. Either way, it's in the online store where everything is. It might be a secret menu item. Just type in beautiful pattern in the online store. You will find it. That's what it looks like. And it's a thick one. And another white on white. And our next is the textured note size rectangle, which while supplies last chance and discounted, but they are temporarily not available. So that is the second from the largest rectangle in those size. It'll be on here, landscape. It's a very big rectangle. And then we have designer paper. This is probably my favorite pattern from this paper. And it's actually a uniform pattern of small, like 1/4 inch fresh freesia flowers, the gold center, and a green leaf coming out 4 sides. and then like a triangle pattern around it in squares of solid green, darker green, and then that pattern just repeats all over. So it's a very small, equal, geometric type pattern with a white background. So cute. Those gold centers, they're just like dots all over. On the back is old olive with leaves all over it. Okay, so that's going to go right there on that designer paper. Again, measurements will be emailed out tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central, the email list. Okay, and my reading, I have a little white label. Isn't that cute? That is from those dies that are part of this other suite, like other bundle that goes with this suite. But anyway, it's called Beautifully Celebrated Dies. They do all cut out. There's just 2 stamped images from the other bundle, Beautifully Celebrated, that they cut out. The rest are standalone dies. They're amazing. And this is that smallest label, which is so cute. It's like oval, but a really ornate, fancy oval. No stitching or piercing or anything, just a nice ornate oval. Okay, so, and then we will need our scratch paper again for this card. This is the last one you need this for. I need the really large outline flower. Anybody can tell me what kind of flower is? Thank you. Oh, I know, MJ, right? She said pretty paper. This paper is gorgeous. That big outline flower. Remember, don't go too close to the edges. And then I need 2 double leaves. One stamp with 2 leaves on it. Ooh, there we go. It's fine. I can say I'm cutting it close, but it's fine. It will fit. It will fit. And then my greeting, old olive, and it's going to say to the happy couple. Is that the word? It's happy couple. Just another tip here. See how my old olive, I don't know if you can see that on the video, but it's very light in the middle. That's because every time we ink, we go straight to the middle. This is for our thumb pads. So instead of re-inking it right now, I just put it at the edges instead to get my ink from the edges. And of course, y'all know, just tap, tap, tap on these ink pads. You do not need to press hard. In fact, if you do press hard, you're not going to get a good stamped image. So tap, tap, tap. Okay. Cut these apart and diaper them out. Don't forget about that wide border. Just lining this up. This video is long today, very long. Because, well, I think I'm going to blame the technical difficulties I get behind, or that I just talked. I'm not sure which. Whatever. A morning show, not just a little stamp demo, right? I'm putting the leaves back here. Can't see it. Behind the flower. When you're aligning these dies also, it's different than all of our dies because of that big white border. You have to look at all the sides and can't get my power. It's gonna do it to me. Hold on, I want to push this against my body against this. Okay, I used my stomach to push that in. Yes, I did use my stomach to push it in. That's why I moved it away from the camera. Anyway, so big white border. So look all the way around when you're aligning it. Otherwise, if you align it like we usually do, close, one side good and one side too much. It looks nice with that white big border too. I just like aligning the stamps easier without that. Okay, one more. I mean the dies. I like aligning the dies easier without the hopefully that makes sense. I don't know. See, now I'm trying to get it even all the way around. And I think I don't have to die cut on the last card. Okay, let me color these in. So I'm going to color the leaf. Where did I put them? The leaves will be old olive and the flowers will be fresh freesia. I'm going to do this real quick. And that sound was from pain in my thumb, not because it's that hard to open. It takes power, but it was the pain in the thumb. Let's see. This one's so see, this is how you can color with the brush tip and go over the dark. So right now it looks terrible, right? That's what I want you to see. So we're going to fix it. Just keep on coloring. Notice how I have my brush on this side. Not necessarily flat, but on its side. Right there, it just disappeared the ugly lines. But the on the side thing, nothing to do with, like, it'll still color good, but it'll start to fray the tip if you do straight down. I usually use the bullet tip because like these little areas, I cannot control it. That's just a me thing. I can't keep it small enough. I'll be like, ugh, and it'll go out of control. So let me bullet on that part. Okay, so again, dark. You're going to see these really dark. Use all your muscles. This really dark section, right? And then when I hit the light, hit it with the light, at first you still see all these really dark sections. Keep on coloring. And again, if you're more artistic than me, you can go back after it smooths out like that just did and add more dark and then go back with the light and smooth it. It does bleed on the other side. That does not hurt anything on your paper. I mean, postcard if you're on a table, but it doesn't. It's fine. Just know that it bleeds through. It's alcohol based. Okay, so let me put that out. I do. The reason I wouldn't put dark, like I know I'm going to color these too, but I wouldn't put the dark on there yet because if it dries, it might not blend quite as easy as when it's wet. Sorry. It'll still blend, but maybe not quite as easy. That's why I'm doing one leaf at a time because it's larger and time. Okay. How are we doing? Another beautiful card. Oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you. She said, appreciate all your tips as you're making cards. I appreciate that as well. Thank you. Sometimes I'm like, y'all probably like, you literally say this every single time. Enough. But just in case somebody knew, maybe you weren't interested in this product, like whatever it is before, and now you are, so you need to know the tips. See how it blends out? It's so good. I love blends. I definitely never like colored with water-based markers. It looked terrible when I did it because it doesn't. Water-based markers don't. You can't make the dark. Let me do that real quick. You can't make the dark splotches go. Coloring, that's another story, but water-based markers, not so much. Okay, almost done with this. Then we're going to do the giant flower. It'll be fine. Flower is going to be fresh freesia. I feel like I don't color that great with the fresh freesia flower. I like how my leaves look a little light and dark. I like it, but my flower, hit and miss. And I do the little things on the flower here in the center. Daffodil Delight dark. This stamen. I don't know. Then we'll go dark fresh freesia. Wherever you think it's dark. Get away. I think this fresh freesia is getting to the end of its life, but it's fine. Like it's old. Wherever you think the shadows should go, you know, or just accent or whatever. Obviously, but the reason you need to snap them back on and hear that snap is to make it airtight. Going out over with the light. Just remembered I was going to add a tiny bit of Wink of Stella to that other flower, and I don't think this one actually. I don't remember. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to try to go around this yellow as best I can. Not going to stress too much about it. It's fine. It's really big. It might be better to do a little section at a time, like make it into half or fourths or thirds or something. Just like it. I might be saying, should have pre-colored this. I might be saying that now too. All right. I should be saying, ooh. Don't. Not a natural talent there. Goodness. Should have put my glasses back on. Okay, then I got some smoothing out to do. You can do that with blends. You really can't color it too many times. It doesn't like break down the paper or anything. So you want more dark, add it. Usually if you have more dark, you need to go back in with the light and smooth it over. So anyway, there's the flower. Okay. Thanks, Lori. Hey, Xana. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Okay, finally ready to put it together. It's going to be cute. Don't worry. Hopefully. I am going to add a little bit of Stella just to the, this is the glitter brush. It's clear. I'm just going to add a little Wink of Stella to the yellow on this flower. And I'm going to go back in time and add a little yellow on this. Oh, that's the one I did already. The yellow center of the previous card and the Calypso Coral flower on the previous card. You probably not see it on the video, but it gives it a little shine, sparkle, all that stuff. Okay, so we did that. Okay, let me attach my designer paper. Perfect. To my old olive label. Attach this white embossed rectangle. Just a reminder, the measurements will be emailed out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central. White rectangle to card base, and then I'll add Stampin' Positioners like this old label. I'm using the edges from my mini Stampin' Dimensionals today. So, and you can use the edges from the big Stampin' Dimensionals also. Just don't not use the edges. Use them for something. This piece will just go, this rectangle will go across the center of the card landscape. Then I've got my flower and leaves. So I will attach the leaves to the flower. Right, bottom left. And I'll just kind of lay it out on the card as I do that, so that the leaves aren't sticking off the edge of the card. Like that. Oh, kind of hurt my hand there. And then I will place some more dimensionals on this flower. The big one, the big flower. And leaves. I'm not going all the way to the edges of these leaves because it's going to hang off the edge of this label, and I think it'll be fine. Oh, what I was going to say earlier is that I don't want to jinx it, but I'm surprised that, you know, who's not over here wanting her chicken. Because I'm starving right now. I'm starving. The cat should be, she's not going to ever get fed again. Okay, we're going to do the ends of this ribbon again, but I'm going to do it a little different this time. So fray the ends. Just like I did on the previous card. So if you missed it, go back. Except this one's just slightly different. So I'll fray. I can't. Yeah, a little bit less. And maybe a little messier. The last time I was specifically just wanting those strings, and now I just want the frayed end. And then let me put adhesive on the back of this ribbon, or sorry, the back of the happy couple. And now that I have one end frayed on my I'm going to fold it, the ribbon back and forth like we've done before. Exactly. Stick it to the back of the happy couple. Have that frayed end sticking out. A little more frayed end right here. And then this side I'm going to fray as well, so I need to trim it a little lower, you know, longer than it should be. Fray it, and I can trim it down if needed. So just kind of more like distressing here than fraying. I mean, it is fraying it, but I was a lot more careful on that other one. I just want hotness. Oh, don't poke yourself. we're going to call that good enough. It's going to look cute on here. Yeah, it's going to look cute. Okay, I'll add Stampin' Dimensionals. Always, the fraying, unrelated. Always make sure you put your dimensionals where they touch the ribbon too when you do the ribbon like this, back and forth. And then this greeting goes up here on the top left. This one's going to go flower in front of it, but my other one's not like that. I don't know. Better leave it like that. So it's fine. It's just laid out a little different. So cute. Is that happy couple? And then lots of embellishment on this one. Some clear ones. About 3 on this greeting. 3 of the small clear ones on the greeting. Left, 2 left, right. Oh, actually, that's all. Okay, that's all. Card. And that is card number 3. Card number 3. It's a happy couple. Third is favorite, Julie. Thank you. Okay, we do have one more card. I do have coloring on that card, actually, but no die cutting. Okay, so card number 4. Card number 4. All, all stuff. I keep looking for them in the wrong spot. We got an old olive card base. This is our portrait card for the day. Old olive, 5.5, 8.5. Fold it in half. And we're going to make a Z fold. So front, back, and half, all the way to the left. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. There's just time for her to pop. That's so true. I can see her. She's like asleep there. She just forgot. Okay, so Z fold. Super easy. Just fold the front, back, and half all the way to the left. Super simple. Then we've got a basic white piece for the inside, which I am going to leave on. I might save y'all time and not do full coloring on that. Then the next, well, actually the next layer would be over here on the front left of designer paper. It is the sheet that is white with only gold foil flowers and leaves, all different sizes, small groupings, large flowers, leaves, etc. All gold. Backside is a really small, very small format, like 1/2 or 1/4 inch each, and fresh freesia flowers with yellow centers and green leaves. Really tiny. It's watercolor flowers, real pretty. But these are outline images of flowers in gold. Okay, so that'll be my front left flap measurements tomorrow evening. And we got the white that goes on the inside, which will show through on the front. Then the next layer is 2 labels. This is the largest label from the Beautifully Celebrated dies in fresh freesia, and the next size down in basic white. And then what we're going to layer on top of that is we're going to give you a piece of vellum, and you will die cut out the large flower that I just stamped and cut out. Just the outline of it only in vellum. And that'll be a base for this flower. And this is the freesia cardstock. So same color, dark on one side, light on the other. You want the dark one to be your larger. This is the large die cut flower. It's just the image only, no, like it's staple flower. And then the light side for the smaller of those two, so that you can put them together and make one flower. You'll have 2 colors, fresh freesia, and it's really pretty. You will die cut from gold foil. We will give you 1 of each leaf. So there's 3 standalone leaves that are all just different shapes here. You need 1 of each of those in gold foil, and then the large gold foil flower center, the stamped one. Die cut all those. Then we're going to have this piece of white here. We're going to put a greeting on it, and I'm going to stamp on the inside as well. I think you've seen me color up today, so I'll just do the stamping and I'll just show you the finished coloring on that one. Save a little time here. Because I'm hungry, you know, let's be real. And this one I'm going to do a bow with our ribbon here. So heat embossing. This is going to be heat embossed. I showed how to do this at the beginning, so I will do less description right now. But on card number 1, I will add timestamps later. Don't forget, you can skip directly to the stamping, the news, the whatever it is of this stamping code now. So, anyway, so you can skip to that card number 1 and heat emboss if you don't know how. This is going to say, holding you in my heart. All the greetings in the stamps that are so pretty, like the font is pretty. A lot of them, like this one's big, cursive, serif, etc. Really nice. Always close your Versamark and get it away from that powder. Otherwise, you're going to have a Versamark that has a layer of powder stuck to the top for the stamps, honestly. My powder here again for my metallics. From last time, I should put on my readers to see if there's any excess powder. There was none, and it was a bunch. Okay, so there's that. Heat it like before. Got my tweezers. The tweezers also, well, where are they? First of all, the tweezers can help not get burned because the heat tool is extremely. But also, they can weight it down. They'll just keep it from blowing all over. Heat tool on number 2, like before, and we'll just heat it up. Oh, I'm so sorry. The audio is breaking up again. Watch, it'll end up being an unwatchable video because the audio is so annoying. Very sorry about that, everybody. Okay, holding you in my heart, heat embossed. It's a rectangle. It's a specific size. I've got the measurement coming out tomorrow. On this white piece that goes on the inside, you know, it's 4 by 5 1/4. It's a landscape portrait. What I'm going to stamp on it, I did try the flower down here at the bottom right, and I didn't like it. It was too busy. So what I ended up doing is in Memento Black, I did the 2-leaf image down in the bottom right-hand corner in Memento Black, taking off the edges some, and then the top right, I did top left, so it won't show till you open it. I did the small flower and then this small single leaf. It's not that small. It's kind of just, or not kind of, 100%. Most of it's hanging off the edge, the thing. And honestly, that flower's in the wrong spot. Do the flower a little bit higher, like that, where it's almost hanging off the edge. And then the edges of the leaf twice to the left and right of it, so that it looks like kind of the leaf might be attached to it. They don't really attach well when it's. You can't just stamp them side by side very well. Okay, so then color in. I did the flower in Fresh Freesia to match that, just like I colored everything else. I did not have Costello because I didn't think about it. And let me wipe off my thing here. Yes. Black ink on here. Okay, let's put it together. And the other one will be colored. I won't glue this on the inside so I can color it later and have a complete card. Okay, so I will attach my designer paper to the front left. Oh my gosh, Xana's cat is getting mad at her for watching videos. It's hard to say TikToks, but for watching Facebook videos. He's probably wants some food like mine does. Here so I can see. So white label on Fresh Freesia label. Then this, I'm going to put this label on my card base. I usually do the, but I'm not going to this time. So flip it upside down, top to bottom. There's nothing glued on here yet, so it doesn't matter. But if it was, top to bottom, center it left to right. I'm mainly looking at this center bevel or shape, just so I know where to put the adhesive. Only on one side, the back left. And then stick this down. Again, it's hard for me to visually center this left to right because of the extra stuff here. So I'm looking here. And then that's a Z fold. Again, this will be on the inside when it's all finished. That'll be colored in. But on this label now, the flowers, the little flower thing, and add the green and the ribbon and everything. So I'm going to attach the light freesia flower to the dark freesia flower. I'm going to add dimensionals to that and attach it to my vellum flower base, let's call it. Looks like that. I cut some of these a little bit skinnier than I was before. Some of these dimensionals, my mini dimensionals also work here, but I'm being too lazy to go get a new pack. I have plenty here at the house. Okay, so dimensionals on this flower to attach to the vellum flower. It's not an exact alignment. Don't stress about it. Just throw it on top. It just gives it a base and more interest. Okay, does not need to be perfect. This will then go on my card with Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm not going to stress too much about hiding the dimensionals because the way it's raised up, it'll be a little bit more bulky. It's fine. I'm going to stress too much. But they can show through vellum. Be aware of that. This flower goes up here on the top right of my label. Got the flower center. I forgot to put it, but that will go in the center of the flower. How pretty. These flowers are so cool. I don't know what kind of flowers they are. Different than the stamped ones. I guess it's like a 6-petal flower by the time you put the two together. Again, one of each leaf that comes in the dies. They're all about the same size. One's a little bigger, but about the same size. One of each. 2 of them are sort of skinnier and one's thicker. Put the 2 skinny ones together like that and put them coming out of the back. I mean, yeah, behind the vellum on the right side. Don't hang off the edge of your card base. And the other one on kind of the top right of the flower, hanging out like that. Then I'm going to take my ribbon and tie it in a bow. So this is the Rick Rack specialty ribbon. I don't really cut it angle because it's Rick Rack. But I'm going to make a quick bunny ears bow. 2 bunny ears, lots of space in between the 2 ears. And tail. Left right hand, cross the right over the left, push that right one down into the rabbit hole, and I try to keep the ribbon flat the whole time. So tie it in a bow. And then telling us our team Zoom was that she saw where people just roll up the tails and it kind of keeps that little curl. So we're going to do that. See? This bow is grab any glue there. Down at the bottom left corner of the flower. It's very sticky. What the heck? Oh, then guess I'll go ahead and curl this a little. This is just like, it might not, whatever. But my greeting is going to have dimensionals, and it's going to go over this ribbon a little bit, partially. So not that we usually do where it goes over the ribbon, but you'll see. I initially stamped the greeting white. It's actually on my original card underneath this thing. Whatever, I'm just going to put this here. I originally stamped it on the label and heat embossed it on there. But then my ribbon, I didn't have anywhere to put the bow, and it was covering it up. So just let the greeting go over the tail, that one tail of the ribbon. The loop can stay on the outside. I'll curl this one up too. It kind of naturally curls as well. There's that. We're going to have the inside part, but it'll be colored. So I'll show you my original here in a second. And then, of course, we need some gems. I'm going to use and I've got a couple of extra samples to show y'all. Where are they? Use the Freesia ones. Yeah. Or maybe they're called clear. I forgot. I just read it to you earlier, but I forgot. I'm going to use a small and a medium. Or a large. I mean, a large and a small. The clear color one. Okay, so there it is. What do we think? Let's see how it looks colored in. Okay, so there's what the inside should look like. We'll color the flowers like we already did, so no need to instruct that for a third time. Blame the cat, even though I don't think it's her fault. Okay, there's the coloring. There's the gems. Lots of gold. Holding you in my heart. Just these flowers, I think, make like they just are so cool. And then that's what it looks like closed with the leaf. Again, it was way too busy with the purple flower down there. It was too much. That's how I got flipped around, to be honest. I was like, well, the flower looks cute up there. I'll leave it. Thank you, Corey. Thanks, Linda. Yes, my control. So there it is. So 4 cards. What order did I make them in? 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4 from today. It's a class you can get free with an online order this week. You can also get the recipe cards tomorrow for free on my email list, so you could also get or recreate them yourself. It's not instructions, it's just a recipe. I'm going to show you a couple more samples from my team incentive that we had, just to give you ideas, and then remind you about the recipe cards. So here is one of them. There. There's that. We're going to get the one we just used, but in Calypso Coral, that's coral and petal pink. It's not on cardstock. Calypso Coral Petal Pink. And then here's this cute little guy using those small pattern florals from the designer paper. Reminder about the recipe cards. That's what they look like. Print them or just view them. You can save them to your computer, all the stuff, stuff. And Eleanor, it has been a great stamping show with you guys. So I hope you've enjoyed the show. We want to keep crafting together. Thank you guys very much. I will hopefully see you. I will be back next Thursday at 9 a.m. Central to do a show. And then the following week, I will not be here because I will be doing, or in, say Salt Lake City, Long Beach, California. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you very much. Long Beach, California, but getting that new catalog and stuff. Hopefully, I'll post a lot of pictures from the event. But hopefully, I'll see you all next week live. This is a very long video, like 45 minutes longer than normal. I don't really know why. Maybe all the coloring. But have a great week. I'm going to eat lunch. Y'all are the best. Oh, good. Ideas for granddaughter for her future wedding. Perfect. Linda, yes. Yes. She will get extra pets because she's really just still sitting there. Number 5 is the best for me. Thank you, Xana. Thanks, Eleanor. Thanks, everybody. Eleanor says number 4. Lori, see you tonight. Everybody's going to be at bingo tonight. Yes. And see you later.